Hi there, Jillian Kaplan here. Today, I want to talk a little bit about how I run my business while working a demanding full-time job. I've been running my business since June of 2014, so about 19 months while working as a manager at a Fortune 15 company. I work probably 50 or so hours a week at my regular job, so nothing super crazy, but a decently long work week with set hours, so more of like a 9 to 5 hour. And I used to get a lot of questions about it even when I first started, how I balanced, because I always was able to hit Success Club and recruit new coaches. I got to Diamond pretty fast. I used to get a lot of questions about it. And especially now that I've hit Elite 5-star coach, 2015, I've been getting way more questions about it because a lot of elite coaches don't have other jobs, even though they may have kids or responsibilities at home. They don't have a regular 9 to 5 on top of their Beachbody job. So I'm gonna give you my top tips for how I'm able to manage both jobs. First of all, get up early. I have to be at work relatively early, but I can always get up like an hour ahead of time and at least get my workout in. You know, our workouts are 30 to 40 minutes, which isn't a whole lot of extra time to get up in the morning. It's not like you need to wake up 2 hours early to get in your workout. 30 to 45 minutes or an hour if you want to do a little bit of work is a really good thing to do. I usually create my first post in the morning, but I don't normally post it that early, like 6-7 o'clock in the morning, because on the West Coast, everyone's still asleep. So I sort of want to make sure everyone's awake. So I often post my morning picture at lunch, and I do that via scheduling service. Or if I'm going to have time during lunch, I sort of just create the text and press post at noon or 1 or whenever I'm able to take my lunch at work. So the scheduling services that I use when I know I'm not going to have time to do that are Buffer, Buffer, and Hootsuite, Hootesuite, I believe. And those are great services. So if you have a job where you can't take a lunch, then you can schedule via those services. So getting up early, scheduling my posts. I also try and make some sacrifices, and that's not always super fun. So if I can't work during the day because I'm working at my job, that means I have to work nights and weekends. So while I don't sit home every single minute and work on my business, I do probably stay home one weeknight to work on my business. And I usually spend a total of 5 or so hours on the weekends on my business. So during the week, I fit in my power hour either on my lunch or right after work before I go out, before I'm kind of go do anything else, because I know I need to get it done. So my power hour consists of the 3 vital behaviors, which is inviting, being a product of the product, and my personal development. Those are my power hour activities. I add people to my network. I send out messages. I make connections. I do my personal development, either read or listen. And that's how I'm sort of able to fit all that in during the week. So I make sure that I do that hour every single day, no matter what. So 4 days out of the week, I'm not staying home, sitting and working on my business at night. Like I said, one night I'll kind of play catch up and get through all the emails I haven't been able to get through in my power hour during the week. But even when I'm not staying home, I make sure I do that 30 to 60 minutes that it takes me to get the 3 vital behaviors done. I make that sacrifice one night a week where I know I'm going to be sitting home working on my business, making videos like this. This isn't a power hour activity. This is an extra, something that I wanted to do. And so it doesn't come before doing my power hours. Power hours are number one prioritizing. So my one night a week and on the weekend is when I'm doing my extra activities, my blogs, my newsletters, my videos, extra stuff for my team training. Anything like that is all done in my extra time. So I think that's super, super, super important to realize, is that you can't let go of those core behaviors. You've got to sort of get them done, and then you can do your extra stuff. So I spend probably 5 to 7 hours during the week, so an hour a day, and then one night I spend a couple extra hours, and then 5 to 7 hours on the weekend. So we're talking 10 to 15 hours a week on this business. And a lot of people say that's not enough time to build to be a 5-star elite coach. But it is, because I'm working really, really, really smart. Like I said, I'm scheduling stuff. I'm not scrolling Facebook. Power hours first priority before anything else. I'm really prioritizing that. And I'm really planning. Like, I have a checklist and I'm checking things off. And if I need to follow up with people, I have a list of those people. I keep myself organized with Google Docs. I use Google Sheets. I use Google Notes right on my phone, so that I can access this stuff anywhere, whether I'm on my phone, whether I'm on my computer. So I think that is like super, super, super important, is to work smarter, not harder. Get yourself organized and really, really, really stay focused in what you're doing. Like I said, there are tools I use, the scheduling tools. I think those are great. But you honestly, you don't even need to use those if you're working smart, right? Because if you're using 30 to 60 minutes on your lunch, if you don't have time after work, you can just get those posts right up if you've already written them that morning. Like I said, I take my pictures, I write them in the morning, and I post them at a better opportunity time. I plan out what I'm going to post every day. Yeah, like sometimes, my dog does something funny and I add that in, right? Or he did something funny the day before, but I didn't have time to post about it, so I'm going to save it for the next day. That's okay. That works, because it makes my day easier the next day. So time management is just so key. The next thing I'll talk about is multitasking. And while I don't want you, on a team call, chatting with a prospective coach, I don't think that's a great idea. You need to be focused. I do often do my personal development while I'm walking my dogs, on top of my full-time job and on top of Beachbody coaching. I'm very active in a dog rescue, and I own one dog, and I usually have one foster dog here at a time, and those dogs need to be walked. So I am walking my dogs about 2 miles every single day after work, or sometimes if I get up early in the morning before work. And during that walk, I have my headphones in, and I'm listening to some sort of team call that was previously recorded from another team with tips. I'm listening to the National Wake Up Call if I didn't have a chance to listen to it on Monday, which I usually don't have a chance to listen to it while it's live because I'm working. I'm listening to any sort of personal development book on tape, and my Kindle Audible, all of that. So I'm sort of multitasking that. Stuff I don't really need to take notes on, stuff I don't need to lead on. And if I find a call that I'm like, I have to listen to this again, then I'll listen to it again with a pad of paper and the computer. But I can guarantee you that it's better that I listen to it at all than I listened to it and took vigorous notes on it. I think that is super, super, super important, that you give it that chance, if you will, and sort of try and fit it in when you can versus not fitting it in at all. So I hope some of this made sense about your time management, about scheduling, about working smarter. It is not about how much you work. It's really not. Sometimes the most successful people do work 24/7, but you don't want to build a team of coaches that's working 24/7, right? Because you don't want to have to work 24/7. So you don't want to be answering their questions and engaging and all that stuff 24/7. That's probably not what you want. And honestly, a lot of people don't want to work on a team where everyone else is working 24/7 because they don't want to have to sort of work 24/7 also in order to see that same success. So I'm here to tell you that with a full-time job, with other commitments, you can make this business work. You can hit your goals. You can be an elite coach, a 5-star. You can go way above and beyond what I've done with my business. You know, I expect to continue to grow my business. I've been a Beachbody coach, like I said, around 19 months. So I'm still relatively new, and I'm still seeing a lot of growth. Really, 2015 was my team's first year to even be eligible for ELITE, because it's very, very, very hard to get enough ELITE points from July to December to be an ELITE coach. So really this was like our first chance, and we did it because we worked harder. We worked smarter, we worked smarter. We managed our time. We pre-planned. And we didn't spend our time simply scrolling through news feeds and Facebook trying to feel inspired. You know, we picked ourselves up and we made choices that we were going to make this work for us. And if it came with, like I said, sitting home one weeknight where maybe I'd rather be out playing trivia with my friends or doing something with my dog, yeah, sometimes I would be. But if you want what other people want, and you need to do what others aren't willing to do. So if you're willing to make the sacrifice and you want this success, and other people aren't willing to make the sacrifice and they want the success, you're going to see the success because you've made the sacrifice. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions below, feel free to ask them, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.